I'm Wayne Curry, and I've been the senior pastor here at Trinity United Methodist Church now for 8 years. I was assigned here in 2008 as the senior pastor after having served as the district superintendent for 7 years in 2 different districts in the conference. And when I was assigned back to the local church, I was a bit apprehensive. It's a different world from the administration of the district superintendent. But when I was first assigned here, I got letters from every living senior pastor who has served here. And every one of them said, you're going to a wonderful church. And that's what I found here. Being a district superintendent, I saw a lot of troubled, some unhealthy churches, but came to Trinity and found it one of the healthiest churches I ever supervised or that I ever served before. And I say that because Trinity is a church that allows the senior pastor to be the pastor. I've been a part of churches where there was a lot of micromanaging, and but you've allowed me and every pastor who's been here to use the God-given gifts that he feels has been given to him. And I'm very different in many ways from the other pastors who have served here, but you have loved and accepted me and just allowed me to be who I really feel God has called me to be and what he's called me to do here. A lot's happened over 8 years. I don't think Trinity needed a lot of change. It was, like I said, it was a healthy church, but it was a church that I think had a reputation in the community of being maybe a little stiff and kind of the rich church and a little bit snooty when you went into it. And I've always tried to change that. I don't think it really ever was that, but that was the impression across the community. I think one of the things I've tried to change is to make this church a church when people walk in, they just feel that this is home. This is where I want to serve God and to learn and to be with a fellowship of other people who seek to serve Christ in the church and throughout the community. And I hope I've been successful in that because one of my spiritual gifts is hospitality, and that's why I've tried to emphasize throughout my ministry. We've had some challenges, mainly in the ways of keeping up with the facilities of the church. I think in my 2nd or 3rd year, we had to put a whole new air conditioning system into the sanctuary to the tune of about $450,000, and we had to put scaffolding all the way up to the top of the sanctuary. I think probably for about 3 or 4 months we had that, and got that done. And soon after, we started doing a lot of renovations. Probably in my ministry here, we've done over $1.5 million worth of changes in the structures and the renovation of the church. We had to put in a new sound system to the tune of $125,000 and a new fire system for about the same amount. We've put all new windows in the education building to make it more energy efficient, and we found that very successful financially as well. But again, the wonderful thing about Trinity is that with all these major expenses that came to us, I didn't have to go to the congregation all the time because very, very generous people from the past left funds in their wills and left legacies to our church, and we were just able to go to those funds and use them. And Trinity has been such a very generous church. It's funny because we've always budgeted at a deficit. But we knew that at the end of the year it would always come in. I kind of panicked at the beginning of each December when I would go to the congregation and say, we're about $80,000 behind, and you'd make my Advent a lot more easier if you would fulfill your pledge. And every year I've been here, we ended in the black, and that gives a pastor a lot of peace. Another challenge I think that I've had is is just communication in the sense of getting the word out. We have so many wonderful things going on at Trinity, and we put it out in our monthly tidings, in the bulletin, make announcements from the pulpit. In so many different ways, we try to get the word out about what's happening here, and inevitably somebody come and say, gee, I didn't know that was happening. And so I think that's always been an issue, but that's not a major one. And as the social media changes, we've done some wonderful things with our website. We don't advertise in the yellow pages anymore, or the newspaper, because people go to the internet to find a church. Again, when they come in here, they walk in and so many experience a loving spirit, and feel like, gee, I'm glad I've come to this place, and a place where the old Cheers thing, where everybody knows your name, and that's what I've worked out as well. We've reached out to the community in many ways, locally, in almost every area. One of the highlights, we renovated the whole community thanks to the former pastor John Willis, who inspired that from the very beginning, and then Sam Rogers Sr. took it on and got volunteers, and we renovated 2 or 3 dorms in that, everybody bringing their paintbrushes, and that took by about 6 months. We continue to be very involved in almost every local mission there is here in town. Very generous congregation. My wife Beth she's had a passion for health and wellness, and so her involvement as the church is to develop that. She has sparked the enthusiasm of a group of people who have developed a healthy congregation here, and she has brought her own passion to the work of being a healthy congregation with her exercise classes, and so that's been a real blessing to Trinity and to our lives together. I guess one of the highlights again of my ministry was during a tough time in my own life when I discovered I had prostate cancer, and didn't know at first whether I should, how much to share with the congregation, but felt like I want people to share with me when they're going through tough times, and so I felt I owed that to the congregation. And from the very beginning, I shared about my struggle with that, and the people at Trinity became my pastors during that time, and then a couple of years later, the cancer came back, and I went through 38 radiation treatments, and again, Trinity just overwhelmed us with their love and care, and became our pastors through that time, and we continue to relish the prayers and love and support that Trinity has given to us during that time. And then we've been very involved in foreign mission. We started before. I think we've been doing a lot of foreign mission work by sending money, but we want to do some hands-on things. So we started going to Guatemala, to Palo de Shell, and that is just a ministry that's taken off. We've gone every year now, and we built a house or 2, and this has been money that's been over and above the budget, and a group of people every year, different people, have just taken on this ministry to the people in Guatemala. And as in most missions, you know, when you go, you're the one who is blessed probably even more than the people that you go to minister to over there. So that's been a real exciting blessing for us. We've been involved in the community with other churches here. We're a downtown church, so we've got First Baptist and St. John's Episcopal and the Presbyterian Church right around us. We've done some Lenten studies with them, some Lenten services. We've traded pulpits, and that's been a wonderful community gathering. I think because of some of my illness with my cancer, I haven't been as involved in the workings of the interfaith community as I would have liked to, and so I'm hoping your new pastor will be able to have time to do that, because we are such, we say we're a heart of this city, and Trinity very much is, in more ways than we can even think about, and I'm so blessed to have been here and been a part of that. I have always closed my words to the congregation with "You are loved," and I'd say that's probably been the theme of my ministry and what I believe that Christ is calling us to do and who He's calling us to be. Is people who treat every human being as a child of God, regardless of who they are, black or white, male or female, gay or straight, Republican or Democrat, liberal or conservative, every person a child of God. And there's so much negative stuff about the church out there now, some of it deserved, but we need to be a place where people come in, they know they're not judged, but they're loved and accepted just for who they are. And that would be if I had a legacy to leave, it would be that people, wherever they are, they know that they are loved. And I want you to know that you are loved. As I go into my years of retirement, I look forward to coming back to Trinity and rejoining this blessed space that we have here. After I've been out for a while and let your new pastor come in and get settled. And he is one very fortunate gentleman to come in and be a part of the Trinity United Methodist Church congregation. So thank you for listening to this and for your love for me and the love we share in Christ together. God bless you all, and know you are loved. This is Wayne Curry, Senior Pastor at Trinity United Methodist Church for about 3 more days.